Good morning, everyone. It's Sue here, and I wanted to get together with you and show you what I worked on this week. It wasn't a lot. Still putting in quite a few hours at work, but it should slow down rather soon. So, the first thing I want to show you is I'm part of the Crazy Island Family Swap for this month, and it's all about making bugs, drawing bugs, and also, so that's one thing. So you have to send 3 bugs to everybody in your group, and there's a total of 6 people in a group, including yourself. So you have to make at least 5 of every bug. And I've only done 2 bugs so far, and well, actually one is a bumblebee. But anyways, so now that I think about that, right, a bee is not a bug. But anyway, so I've done 2, and I have to do 1 more. And these I actually have to finish putting final touches on them, but I figured I'd show you anyway. So I did some bumblebees. So that's the little bumblebee. Isn't it cute? And thank you, Gina, so much for sharing how you make these, because I wouldn't have a clue otherwise. So I just have to finish those. And I actually did these on some jelly plated prints that I had. So the colors that are on there were from the jelly plate. So that's my little bumblebee. And then again, I have to finish going in here and finish these up. But this is the dragonfly. So I just think that these are so cute, and I like the fact that it's on the jelly print because it has so much color in it already, and I don't have to go color it in. The other one I'm going to make is the ladybug, and this one is like too long. It has to, I think, be rounder. I don't know. So that's one thing I'm working on this week. Then this was just a simple. I mean, this is pretty much everything from my granddaughter, and it's not a page for me, it's a page I put together for her. So all it is she drew on a piece of paper. It's just a regular piece of paper, and you can see behind this napkin all those colorful lines. She just put a whole bunch of color on the white paper, and I took a napkin that I had, and I put it on top of it with some of my soft matte gel from Art Basics. She also drew this shoe. She actually had a shoe, and she outlined it and then colored it in. And then she had written me a note last weekend, and that says breakfast. So I just put it all together, and I'm going to actually hang this on her wall by her craft area, which is next to mine. So it's you know, not on good paper. It's not meant to be, you know, anything super intense or involved. It is what it is. I just wanted to put that together for her. Then the next thing that I did was I'm working in the journal that I bought from Kelly Merton's shop, and I just wanted to put together a couple simple pages for Easter. I did use this tape, which I got at Tuesday morning, and it's by 7 Gypsies, and it's like washi, except that there's a backing you have to take off, but then it's sticky, you know. So I did use some of that on each page. I put all these awesome, cool, wonderful things on here from Marissa. And this is cute, little tag. So it's also about spring, but that little chick looks just like Easter, right? And then this little piece here. So like all the gold on here, there's a lot of shimmery gold on both pages, is my silks in gold. Some of it is, whoops, this ink right here, and I used my Punchinella and a makeup sponge to go ahead and get the design around. So I did that, and I did a little outlining of some of the pieces just so that they pop. This is actually a glassine bag that I received goodies in from Marissa, and I wanted to use it. And I put everything on a slant. I just didn't want it to be, you know, square. I wanted to give it a little bit of interest. And I really like the way they came out. Very simple, very cute. I put Happy Easter. I had this little photo of that flower. I did a little bit of layering right here. I do have actually a piece of a tissue on here. And this is wood, a wood veneer frame. And I have 2 cards underneath. So that's that, and I really liked that. That was fun to do. Now on this page right here, you know, before I get to this, let me just show you the dried page from yesterday of Marilyn Monroe. I know I mentioned that it just looks different when they dry, the page is dry. First of all, they become very hard because of all the gel that I use. But it just, you know, I wish I knew the word for it. If one of you knows the word that I'm looking for, it just settles. You know, all of your paint and your glue and everything just settles. And it just becomes cohesive. So like all the spots that looked really white from the glue that I was using, you know, is now gone. I don't know, it just comes together even more than when it's all wet. So this was from the video I did yesterday. And then I've been working on this. So this this is my journaling Bible, and I did Luke 4, chapter 1. And this prompt is actually from His Kingdom Come, which is, I'm part of the Take Me Deeper group. And a lady that heads up another group actually mentioned this on one of her videos. She did a comparison of different clear gessos, and she mentioned that this is the smoothest and the best to use, and she was right. I used on another page in here a different clear gesso from Liquitex. It was not good. I was not happy with it. It was like sandpaper. I didn't like it at all. This, smooth. I mean, there's nothing, it's smooth. It's absolutely smooth. So I can highly recommend this. So thank you, Rebecca. Rebecca is from the Bible Art Journaling Challenge Facebook group, and her name is Rebecca Jones. So thank you for that, Rebecca. So on the bottom here, I used a little bit of distress paint, and I bought these from Hobby Lobby a few days ago, last weekend, whatever. And you get all of these charcoals, pastel charcoals, for $8. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get them. I could not. I walked past them. I went back. I looked at them. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I just picked them up for $8. And they're wonderful. So that's the different colors that you see on here, the yellow and the orange up at top. Then I just had a little sticker I put here, and full of the Holy Spirit. And it talks about the Jordan. And so that's why the blue, the Jordan is a river. So the blue represents the water, and full of the Holy Spirit. I first just, you know, wrote it, and then I went back with these pens right here. So they're from Koh-i-Noor, if I'm saying that properly. I got these at Tuesday Morning for $2.99. They're very, very thin. It says that they are fine liners, and they are. They're 0.4. Even a 1.0 is thin. So these are, excuse me, very thin. But I want to show you that, well, first of all, they're nice and colorful. But on the back page, so you can see things simply because the page is very thin, but it's not like anything bled through. Well, maybe a little bit down here did. But for the most part, I mean, my goodness. So I can recommend using the distress paint. I wouldn't necessarily put a whole lot on there, but using that along with these pens, awesome. I mean, they worked great. And of course, with the pastel charcoals, it was just wonderful. So that's what I worked on this week. Come April, I know I'll get back to doing a lot more here in my craft room. I haven't even done any Project Life in weeks, and that's not like me. I'm usually up to date. But so let me know if you have any questions, and I will get back to you. All right, thanks everybody. Bye-bye.